I was sitting at this beer joint down in Houston, Texas, drinking Colorado Kool-Aid and talking to some Mexicans. Okay, wait, another time for that story. But today, we're gonna train chest. So many of you guys have been out to these kind of beer joints in Houston, Texas, like we're talking about, and you see, or like, you know, maybe a more of a weenie place, like one of those dueling piano bars in Addison, where people look really wide, but then they turn to the side and they disappeared. So to really build a true no-nonsense physique that has an aura and irradiates power, you're gonna have to build a big chest. And today, we're gonna show you some of the most, I'd say the borderline secret overload techniques that have helped me help others build some of the largest, most muscular chests in the world. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, boom! You see here, this is an all-out street fight against gravity, and Tyrus is gonna win that battle. It's, you know, either the weight's gonna win or he's gonna win. So far, it looks like option B, Tyrus is going to win. So the beauty of this is, a lot of times we talk about 5-6 second negatives to enhance the mind-muscle connection. Of course it does that, but obviously there's not an element of eccentric overload here. So that this has that. So instead of doing like a manual resistance thing, which as you know, I love, this is actually a quantitative way to do it. So I feel like I'm pushing this much. We know there's 30 pounds on each side or 60 pounds additionally overloaded. So he's taking 6 seconds to get that down. So not only is it way more weight on the negative, he's drawing that negative off for 6 seconds, but he's exploding up as hard as he can. Compensatory acceleration training, moving the barbell from point A to point B as explosively as possible without sacrificing tension or technique. Muscle and tension on the way down in a street fight. Usually when it's muscle and tension, it's pygmy weight, but now it's an all-out street fight with an overload. Then he pushes it up as explosively as possible. Thank you. This is what I call a 6 by 6 by 60. So you do 6 singles, okay, a 6 count negative on the way down, separated by 60%. So right now Tyrus is benching about 400 right now. You're gonna get that up, but right now 400. Been dieting and stuff. So this is starting off almost at 90% of his max. And then with the weight on the bar, that's about, you know, so it's 16% or something over it. It's a 6 over what he had. So really it's about so if he had 415, he's actually going 15 pounds over what he could do right now on the way down with these weight releasers, eccentric hooks, call them as you must, but it basically obviously is overloading the negative on the way down. They release, we had a whole video just in this exercise. If you want to see it, go back to the chest playlist and you can see it in a little more detail, but that's what we're doing here. And I know some of you guys, if you want to do it again, can tag where you can buy these at, because we're not hooked up to any equipment manufacturer, and we just want you guys to get the best equipment and best results. I don't care where you buy it from. So if you know where you can buy these, by all means tag. Patrick bought these ones here. I don't know where he got them. I bought mine from Louis Simmons like 15 years ago. I don't think he sells them anymore. So yeah. As soon as you feel a good stretch down here, you know to come up. There you go. Yep. So the beauty of the pullovers here is, normally with a dumbbell pullover, you obviously get a great stretch. This, you're not sacrificing that great stretch. However, in the weakest, most vulnerable stretch position, the band is gonna lighten up a little bit, so it's gonna be where it's hardest and the most vulnerable, it's gonna be the least resistance. However, a good advanced bodybuilder like Tyrus, you see the videos of Corey Matthews and people like that doing these, for chest development, is when they come up, in a muscle intention style, once they get past their hair, they're squeezing it, and you see their chest like blow up. When he comes up here, you don't have to be so mindful of that mind-muscle connection. The band is gonna force you to use your chesticles to squeeze the weight up. It's a beautiful thing. So that band, someone like this with an enhanced mind-muscle connection, it's like a pullover on D-ball test and trim. So as he's going right here, I'm gonna talk for a second. You can, like normally in a pullover, you have to stop right there, but the further he pulls it, the chest is still working because that band is forcing him to use it. Look at that. Gonna build those intercostals and give that illusion of a huge rib cage, so when he turns to the side, it's gonna be game over. Boom! On that side chest pose. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 3 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. So we did we did the lying band flies, and it's pretty good resistance right there. And I'm also giving them a little resistance manually on the way down. And I wouldn't recommend doing this unless it's somebody you're confident yourself as a trainer or coach, and it's also somebody you've trained with regularly. Like, we have a good rapport going here, but I wouldn't just randomly do this to, you know, say the dude at the gym asks you to spot you on this. He's just off his 3rd shoulder replacement, and you pop it out of the socket, and all of a sudden Larry Parker, attorney at law, is calling you. You don't want that to happen. So, make sure somebody you got a good rapport with before trying this. So we're going 10 reps there, 5 count down, not a true 5-second negative. It's a 5 count there. Then a minute straight here, and a slow rhythmic style, and we're going three times back and forth on each. This is very much a holistic muscle building workout. If Dr. Fred Hatfield was alive, he'd call us a C workout in his ABC system of bodybuilding. So let's look at what we did. We started off with the eccentric overload there. We're eccentrically overloading on the way down, fighting tooth and nail to not let that weight crush you. Then you're concentrically overloading by exploding as hard as you can on the way up on a compensatory acceleration style. Next, we went on to a pullover. Not only was it a typical pullover, getting a great stretch, I added a band to that, and so then he's really going to feel not only a good stretch, not only a great stretch overload, but a peak contraction one, because he's already advanced bodybuilder with that band's pulling tight, forcing that, overloading the entire movement instead of just a stretch. Finally onto a more of a time under tension type of deal here, where I'm manually resisting down on the flies, minute straight on the incline. That's a holistic, taxing chest workout. All day. Oh! There you go, right there, perfect.